Favorite experience recording this record? We had a really kind of couple run-ins with a friend of Martin's who has quite a guitar collection.
Yeah.
And we went to his house and he pulled out the menu. You know, it was like 5 pages and where they're located. Some are in Sweden and some are in wherever. But then he just goes and catalogs, pulls it out. But he brought a Carina Flying V 200,000 pound value guitar to the one of 70 guitars or something like that to the studio. It was a pretty cool highlight for me. We just cranked it up, made it real noisy and nasty, and played it in Black Hole in Your Heart, I think. Maybe one other song, but it was kind of the highlight. It was fun just to put my hands on that thing and play on it.
Highlight for me was just, I think, being in London. We used to do a lot of records in Los Angeles, and I lived there. So it wasn't, for me, it was just like get up and go to work kind of thing, drive 3 miles to the studio. I think being in London, it was nice for us to actually live there. And me and Dave, it's the second record we've done there. So me and Dave lived together, and these two lived together. And then we'd hear like whose place was better, like Joe's like, my room is too small, or, I can't open the door all the way.
Ours wasn't haunted though.
That's right. Ours was haunted. Ours was totally haunted. But just like the experience of being in London was just, I love it. Seriously, we spent, and you know what, I don't know, both times we've been there, we lucked out with the weather. It was just
it's beautiful.
Because, it was beautiful, and, first thing I do is buy an umbrella, and I use it like twice.
Maybe that's the trick.
Buy an umbrella.
Show up in London and buy an umbrella.
Tesco or Sainsbury. I mean, I just every meal was bought by at Sainsbury's.
Luxury pound plus.
Luxury pound plus. We went in there by like HDMI cable for like £5 or something.
Yeah.
And the guy knew us by name by then.
Bought everything there. Yeah.
Pans and pots and.
Yeah. Hey, I need a strainer.
Yeah, you go in there and be like, what's going on? And then he would just like, how much?
What's the deal of the day? What's the pound deal of the day?
Yeah, those experiences for me, just like, it makes the record. It makes it's such a great place and you're not miserable. And where I guess being in London, it can get rainy and dark and dreary, but you just don't hear it on the record.
I think one of my favorite experiences was Martin and our engineer Dewar. They host like a speakeasy night where you play live at this little restaurant once a month, and they invited us to come down and perform with KT Tunstall.
Yes.
They invited us for dinner, and then they're like, oh, by the way,
you have to play.
You're playing.
So it was nice to get out of the studio and perform a little bit. And then, we did a song with KT Tunstall. And
it was cool. I mean, like Mick Jagger was in the audience.
Yeah.
Was? David Bowie.
Yeah, it was star-studded.
But no, we did a cover, right? We did a Tom Petty song, right?
Petty song, yeah.
Us and KT. And then we actually, not to steal your thunder, Dean, but we actually went and saw her perform opening for
Hall & Oates.
Are we just steal all of Joe's stuff? Joe got to go last, so he's like, thanks.
Joe's like, my favorite moment was
seeing Big Ben.
All right, here we go. Joe.
My favorite part was actually the fact that we did strip down a lot of the music, as we were talking about in the studio, but we featured a lot of tom work in the drums section, and we brought out a bunch of different just toms from different kits that he had in the studio, and we actually just set up a whole bunch of them in the big open room where we would jam, and I would just sit there, with headphones and just play on toms the entire time. And the friend that was Martin's friend, who actually brought the amazing guitars, actually had old Vistalite Ludwig drums that he had brought over in his 1997 Volvo station wagon.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah. And he just brought all these toms, and we just set them all up, and we actually played all that stuff.
And rototoms.
And rototoms, the whole thing.
First album was rototoms.
And so that was the highlight for me, because we've never, in the history of, well, at least since I've been in the band, since we've ever done anything cool like that. So
yeah, it's like percussion, they're actually doing some percussive
really cool stuff drum-wise.
I guess awesome, thanks to Jonas for making this record special.
I mean, we took, because we kind of took some stuff away from Joe, too, because we really wanted to get rid of cymbals. We felt like cymbals were taking up so much room in the mix, and they're so one-dimensional in a sense where they're just like hammering. So we were like, maybe don't play cymbals at all. but then bring in the more of this pounding tribal. A lot of the songs had a lot of this. And
I almost talked about this when we were talking about musical direction, because it's true.
Yeah.
It was funny in the studio. All of a sudden, cymbals just started almost sounding aggravating to me. Like they would just everything. It always felt like there was like some kind of. And
Where's the noise?
Yeah, and then when it was like gone, it was like, and you know, to get that earthy tribal. Yeah, yeah, that was a fun time watching you do that.
And it actually brought.
Yeah.
It was like throughout the whole record.
Yeah.
So it's
theme.
It's like a theme, yeah.
What are we listening to now? What are we inspired by, guys? What are you guys listening to? What are you inspired by? Musically.
Man, Rage Against the Machine.
They're coming back, baby.
Back.
Bullet in the head.
It's funny because I think a lot for me, you know, like my musical taste got like freeze framed in a time in my life, and I don't really go much outside of that box. I still listen to the same stuff I listened to when I was in high school. Alice in Chains and Soundgarden, Pearl Jam. I don't know. I don't know what I'm listening to outside of that.
Believing all the lies that they're selling you.
When I'm at home, I don't get to choose what I listen to.
That's right.
So for me, it's a lot of Lizzo and is it Tone and I think it's called.
I don't know that one.
Her.
Dance Monkey?
Yeah, that's it. I listen to a lot of that because my girls get full reign of whatever is being played in the house, so I don't get a choice to listen to.
So what don't they
music.
listen
They
to
keep you in
anymore?
touch
Like,
with what's happening.
What's old and lame now?
I don't know One Direction they
I
used to love.
shouldn't
and-
say lame, but yeah. What are they growing out?
Yeah, One Direction they used to love, and that doesn't get played as much anymore.
Man, I can't believe you just dissed them, Dean, on air. Live.
I still listen to them myself. The girls don't.
Good recovery.
Yeah. You never know. Now One Direction, One Republic, what were you calling? One Direction's not going to send some free teas to Dean's house.
Sweet.
That's what you got to do. That's how you do it.
You know what? Actually, when I'm at home, when I'm driving around, I turn on the college station of the town I live, the city I live in, and they basically play this like fusion jazz, or it's like groove jazz. I don't know what you call it, but it's got like super groovy jazz, but it's got like horns and it's just this awesome style of music. I don't really know what it's called, but it's kind of like
groovy jazz.
It's like groove
that's
fusion
what you call
jazz, I guess. But it's been like super inspiring for me because it's like a whole different world that I'm learning. Yeah, it's amazing.
You got to take yourself out of your musical comfort zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I love it. Yeah, I listen to it all the time.
I was doing home renovations at home, and I had like 70s funk on.
That's
for
awesome.
My whole renovation project.
That's
So
awesome.
it was fun.
Nail gun.
Yeah.
You have a nail gun? That's awesome.
Sweet. Compressed air. Dean said
I do. Yeah.
Compressed air, Hilti, man.